So one of the many questions I got asked after my last video was, is there a possibility we could immigrate to Canada with a 1-year study permit instead of a 2-year study permit? So it's time to take out your pens and pencils, because if you thought the last video was something, this video is actually going to blow your mind. Because in this video, we're going to be dropping in some valuable content for you to help you with your immigration services for Canada. Hey, this is Jason from the Immigration Consultants, where we offer you wicked immigration services both for your permanent residency visa and your study permit. Not only are the 1-year study programs more economical, in addition, it also helps you save on time and costs. More importantly, upon completion of your 1-year study program, you will receive a 1-year post-graduation work permit, which will assist you in gaining your permanent residency for Canada. So if you're a graduate, postgraduate, or even a master's, you could be above 30 years or below 30 years of age, or somebody with a low CIS score, but just for some reason you aren't able to get through the express entry, then this would be your ticket to immigrating to Canada. I do suggest you watching this video till the end, because in this video, I'm not going to be holding back. In fact, most of the strategies that I'll be discussing in this video is something I use with my clients in gaining their permanent residency via the study permit route. So every profile is unique, and in this video, the scenario we are going to consider is something that could be most common to all. And in case you wish to discuss your profile individually, you can click on the link that's mentioned below to book an appointment. So the scenario we're going to consider in this video is somebody who is 33 years of age. Let's call this person Sunita. And Sunita has completed a bachelor's and has completed 5 years of work experience working as a marketing consultant. In fact, Sunita had a dream of immigrating to Canada since her very schooling days, and in fact, she's even appeared for a IELTS academic and scored a band 7 on each parameter. So what do you think is Sunita's pathway? Well, her pathway would be to take a 1-year course, but with a twist. So before she even enrolls in the course, the first thing she would do is check to see if the college is a registered designated learning institute, and more importantly, if it offers a post-graduation work permit. So for the purpose of this video, let's assume that Sunita has selected Seneca College for a 1-year marketing management course, and this is a 2-semester course. Now in some colleges, the 3rd semester is also offered, which is nothing but a co-op. What is a co-op? A co-op is nothing but internship. Internship would make it a lot easier for you to get a job. In fact, in some cases, depending on your performance, your employer may even offer you a job at the place where you've completed your internship. As per IRCC guideline, which I've also listed in the description box below, if your duration for your study course was 8 months, in that case, you will only get a 8-month work permit. However, if the duration for your study course states it's a 1-year course, in that case you would get a 1-year post-graduation work permit. Now, something that I've also discussed in my previous video, for which a link I have stated above, the job that you select in Canada is actually determined by the course or the study course that you're about to select. Because remember, it's the work experience in Canada that will ultimately help you get your permanent residency. So now coming back to our lovely lady Sunita. Sunita now, on a study permit, has been able to find a job where she can work part-time for 20 hours a week, and during college break she's able to work full-time to make ends meet. In fact, the smart cookie that she is, 6 months into a course, she's now even started applying for jobs. So applying for jobs would consist of you sending your resume, the employer then selecting your resume, after which you would be attending multiple interviews, and after which you would land the job. So the entire duration would be somewhere between 2 to 3 months. So considering this duration, I think it's pretty wise if we take a page of Sunita's book and start applying for jobs 6 months into our course. So you would usually have 4 months from the time you receive a letter of confirmation from your college confirming you've passed your course till the time you can apply for your postgraduate work permit. Now, during this entire duration, that is from the time you receive a letter till you apply for the postgraduate work permit, you are not allowed to work in Canada. So again, coming back to our lovely lady Sunita, she's now passed a 1-year course in marketing management, and she's applied and received a 1-year postgraduate work permit. So a point to note here is, after you apply for your postgraduate work permit, it would usually take around 90 days for it to get processed. So while you have put in your application for your postgraduate work permit, during this entire duration your permit is being processed, you are allowed to legally work in Canada. So here's something you need to make a note of. In the case of Sunita, the processing time for a postgraduate work permit was 2 months, and after which she received a 12-month postgraduate work permit. So her total duration for her Canadian work experience in total now becomes 14 months. Now I know this is a lot of information to process, so if you have any comments, please list your comments in the comment section below. So Sunita now does her hours regularly without skipping any day for the next 1 year, since she's competing for her permanent residency. In fact, Sunita has got a job at the same place where she worked on her study permit. So this is something you need to make a note of and highlight it in red, blue, green, orange, all the possible colors you have. As soon as Sunita completes 12 months of Canadian work experience, she is now eligible to apply immediately for the permanent residency under the express entry. Total duration for Sunita to receive her ITA would be somewhere between 4 to 5 months, depending on the province she would be applying from. In addition, Sunita also has the option of applying for a bridging open work permit, wherein she can work in Canada legally because she has filed for a permanent residency. This is in spite of the fact of her postgraduate work permit may have been expired. So the bridging gap is actually legal because the government has not taken any action on a file yet. And this is the one chance that she actually has to make her profile look amazing. So what this means is, while IRCC is actually processing a file for permanent residency, she would be allowed to work in Canada legally without any problem. All she needs to do is ensure that she doesn't leave the province or the country. Even if something unexpected happened in her home country, even in that case, she doesn't leave the country because this is the one shot she has to get a permanent residency. Now here's something again you have to make a note of. Again, highlight this with red, green, blue, orange. As soon as Sunita receives her ITA, she would have to stop work immediately because her status for permanent residency has now changed to pending. So for the next 3 to 4 months, things may get really difficult for her since she has no income coming in. So till the time that she has not heard that her PR status has been approved, until that time, she's only a visitor in the country and has to do what the government asks of her. However, in some cases, if she puts in the right paperwork, there could be a possibility the government may allow her to work with the old employer. And finally, after Sunita receives a permanent residency, she can resume working once again. So if you go to Canada and you have the funds, needless to say, you may apply for a 2-year study program, after which you would probably receive a 2-year or a 3-year work permit. Wherein if you don't have the funds and the time, in that case, you also would now have the option of doing a 1-year study program. So as discussed in the beginning, this is only an example, a scenario that I have created, something that is general that may relate to the most of you. In case you would like to discuss your profile in detail, in that case you could book an appointment by clicking on the link that's below.